Hello and welcome to a new video on this channel. This will be an introduction to mobile application development. And in this short series, we're tackling the question of why you should make mobile applications. What is it that makes mobile applications so successful in this modern day and age? Why should you invest your time in building mobile applications? Like, what is the primary reason behind everyone just creating a mobile application and these huge businesses, startups creating mobile fancy new mobile applications with just amazing features? So all of that we'll be looking into in depth in this short series. So in the first video we looked at what is the importance of mobile applications. In the previous video we looked at why is all of this information important. What is it that what should I do with all of this information that I know about this industry? And in this video we'll tackle the question of what should I make. So you know all of the information about this industry, how like great it is and how much money it generates and blah blah blah. But now, like, when you come into the real world, what should I make? What is there to make? Like, what market should I target? What industry should I go for? Like, what is it? So basically, if you just want a simple answer, you can target any market you want as long as you're committed to doing it or to actually create a successful outcome out of that, or out of your idea, or out of your development platform, whatever you want to call it. It is basically, there's just so many industries to target. Just pick one and then be committed to it. You need patience if you want to see results. You need hard work if you want to see your result. You just need to be willing to commit, to devote all of your time, or most of your time, most of your skills, and properly, like, have a serious passion for whatever you're doing. It is the best way of creating something that is going to be successful or will be successful. So the only thing that you should keep in mind, or the thing you should keep in mind whenever you're developing a mobile application, is that you, as a entrepreneur or as a app developer, you need to solve a problem. Any problem that your users face. The value is key part in the mobile application industry. The amount of value you give to your customer, or the amount of value they hold within your ecosystem that you've built. So it is all about giving value, creating engagement for your users whilst you're solving a problem for them, or you've targeted an industry which isn't technically solving a problem for them. It is providing your users with the tools necessary to solve a problem. It is all about solving a problem or providing the tools for your users to solve their problem. So any industry or any route you take, whether you're creating something in education, in fitness, in lifestyle, leisure activities, communication, maybe you're creating a news application, a travel guide, or a sports application, anything you're creating, just any product, any service that you've decided that you want to create, or that you want to work on, and that you're committed to doing so, the at the end of the day, everything, like the foundation of every single product or every single basically service in this world, falls down to this question: why your application? What is it in your application that you offer that other people don't? Why shouldn't your user use the application that is developed or published by another person? Why shouldn't your user use an application which is created by another company? What is it in your application that you provide, or that you give, that you basically, what value are you giving to your customer, to your user? Why is it that they should use your application? So any application you create, whether it be in sports, in news, in travel, in fitness, in communication, whatever that may be, usually it is encompassed into these three primary categories, in one of these or in multiple categories. So the first one being facilitator apps. So these are basically the three primary categories that almost all of the mobile applications that like exist in this on this planet can be broken down into. The first being facilitator mobile applications. So these are applications which basically they help people do something, or they help them provide the tools necessary to solve a problem for your user. It is all about solving a problem, the value you give to your user, how your user interacts with the whole ecosystem that you've created, and how your application interacts with the user. It is all about why your application. That's the primary, that's the foundation, that's the basis, that should be the basis of your application, is the question why your application. What is it that you're giving to the user that other people aren't giving, that other people aren't providing? Whatever you do, whatever you create, that you're creating to help solve a problem, or you're providing the tools that are necessary for, you're providing them to your user to solve their problem, they should be unique. Why your application? The other thing that is encompassed in facilitator applications is basically providing a service that is more efficient compared to another service that already exists. So an example of this being, let's say, a video streaming application. So let's say there's a huge market for video streaming these days. So let's say there's a video streaming application. Now you've seen a lot of flaws, a lot of mistakes, or a lot of things in that application that could have been done better to add value to your customers. So that is another thing, or that is another type of application that is encompassed in facilitator applications. The other applications being corporate apps or corporate applications. So these are applications which basically just improve a business with a company, or with they basically accompany a business. They enhance the whole experience of how a user interacts with your business. So whether it be a online shop, whether you're selling, let's say, sneakers, you're selling t-shirts, whatever that it may be, your application creates a new and easier and efficient way for your user to interact with your whole business ecosystem that you've created. So all of those applications fall under the corporate applications category. The other category being standalone. So this is so majority of the application that especially like new developers create, most of them fall under the standalone applications category. So this is basically, so it's basically an application which sells something on the strength of what it already does. So an example of that being, let's say let's say games, all of the games or majority of the games are encompassed within the standalone applications category. So games are a perfect example for this. So games, they're like the way there are different revenue models that you can use. So we'll talk about revenue models in the future videos. So one of the revenue model for an application would be to sell something, or to sell like in-game coins, for example. So in a mobile application, the primary objective of the application is to entertain the user, while selling something to actually keep the whole application going, to sell something on the strength of it what it already does, which is entertaining the user. So all of those applications go under the standalone applications category. Another type of applications which basically they do something that is fun or that is interesting for the user. They aren't necessarily heavily involved in business or in like solving a specific problem for the user. All of those type of applications which are just like generally fun, enjoyable, and they just do something interesting for the user. They're all of them are in the standalone applications category. Now, three of the most important, or not the important, but three of the most like popular categories or the popular industries within this mobile application industry are games. Games at number one, they take the first spot like by a mile. So games are really, really important. They're a major part of this industry. Like games are really popular. There's like more games on like the App Store when even if like in comparison with like the combination of every other application in every other category. So games is a huge one to target. Social networking sites. We all know Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, Twitter, blah blah blah. All of those networking sites take number two, which are again a really, really, really popular industry in the mobile application ecosystem. And the number three, the most used of them all, or the most common, is music. Music applications are they're so like popular right now, especially in this day and age. Like these are just three industries to target. There are many others, so like education, fitness, communication, sports, news, multimedia, travel, and so many more. So you basically, there are no limits. You choose what you want to do. You just need to pick something, pick an idea. Again, ask yourself the question, why your application? What is it that you're providing in your application to the user, which isn't on the App Store, which other people aren't, they're failing to do so. What is it that you're doing for your user that gives them value? How does your application interact with the user? How does your user interact with your application? These are all questions to ask and questions to build your application upon. So it's just choosing something, anything that you're passionate about, anything that you're really interested in doing, and then being committed to it. It's all about devotion. The amount of time you spend on it, the amount of like using all of the tools that you have appropriately. It's all about that. So again, to summarize like this whole slide in like a quick sentence or two, it's not a question of what should I make, it's a question of why should I make that? What is it that you are providing to your user that other people are failing to do so? So that's it for this video. I hope you've enjoyed this short series of and this short introduction to mobile application development. In this whole short series, we looked at the question of why you should develop mobile applications. So again, just to summarize all of what we've covered throughout our videos, the market is huge. As you've seen through the first video, through the second video, it's huge. It's a glorious opportunity for you to be a part of it. And again, you just want to be a part of it. The amount of money it generates it's just absurd. You just need a fraction of it and then you'll be set for life. Again, I hope this video has helped you answer or understand this question of why mobile applications. Why is it that we should develop mobile applications? So now the only question remains is, when will you start your journey? So what are you waiting for? Now that you've known the reason behind why other people are creating mobile applications, it's all up to you on when you'll be starting your application. And I'll be excited to see your application soon. So again, if you've enjoyed this short series, I encourage you to watch the whole series in order if you haven't. So stay tuned for more. I will be having more videos coming up about artificial intelligence and specifically about mobile application development. And I will, in the near future, will be having a whole course on mobile application development, on the different types of mobile application there are, and the different ways. So it will be like a whole course, or like it'll follow like a really easy kind of pattern. It'll be developed and it'll be structured and optimized for everyone. Like, so if you've never programmed before, it'll be a perfect course for you to take. So you can learn all about creating mobile applications, developing them, going through the design phase, and much more. So again, if you liked this video, please like. If you know someone who might benefit from this information, please share this video with them. If you have anything to add on this video, or if you have any feedback, please comment down below. And again, if you haven't already, subscribe, and while you're at it, click the notification bell, which basically notifies you whenever I upload a video. So again, I hope you've enjoyed the short series, and I can't wait to share more information about app development in the future videos with you. So I'll see you then.